Big dubs is exactly how we should be hyped up and feeling right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Rico Report. It's the Buffalo Fanatics. The Bills are very much alive. Thank you to the collapse of the Miami Dolphins, to, to the grit of the Mike Vrabel-led coached Tennessee Titans. Tighten up. They sure did tighten up right when it really mattered. Folks, smash that like as you guys get in here. The Bills are very much alive. I mean, we allowed ourselves to be alive with that huge win against the Kansas City Chiefs this past Sunday. But my goodness, did things ever fall the Bills' way? Sometimes things just gotta fall our way. And the crazy thing is, we've been getting in our own way this whole season. Don't you feel that? Like the games that we've lost, we had no business losing. But here we are once again in the midst of making a playoff push. And the crazy thing is, it's not impossible to get the division. We can go and get a fourth division. Fam, it was grim. When we were sitting here at 6-6, going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, that could have been our season. It literally was on the last leg. Our season was on the last leg. It took some grit from the defense, some grit. I mean, it took a damn article to fire mother effers up to get these things popping right now. And if you haven't felt a little bit of energy, if you haven't felt a little bit of like, all right, we got some hope now. We can make some things happen now. Man, shame on you, man. It's time to wake up. But here's the crazy part. If this is the Bills fan in me, right? I'm sitting here going like, don't get me all hyped up to piss me off a little later. You know what I'm saying? Because we were preparing. We were preparing to say, all right, maybe this wasn't our year. But few things move a couple ways, and this win here and that loss there. And now you got us totally invested. And it's only Bills fans that feel this type of shit, isn't it? Where we get ourselves right back into it, all in, and then some BS happens. But you know what? This might be the time where BS doesn't happen, and it actually goes our way. So, folks, as you guys are getting here, smash this like. This is your boy Rico. This is the Buffalo Fanatics. Where to begin? Well, let's start this way. Let's talk about the game that just was. All right. I mean, we've talked about it at length. We've had days to talk about it. Shout out to the team. Shout out to my man Z-Bar. Shout out to my man P Money holding down on the live stream. My man Z-Bar got the energy to go back online yesterday and talk about that damn Titans-Dolphins game. I mean, let's get right into the collapse, first of all, before we get into the Chiefs. The Dolphins. Fam, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? My man, listen, man, there are people out there that are just, I mean, listen, we're fanatics. We're fans. And there are people out there that are very much invested in their team. And we've been fortunate. I've been fortunate enough to befriend some folks that are Dolphins fans. And I got to play a clip for y'all because one of my homies, Master at Work, put a little clip together of one of our favorite Dolphins fans in TD Fins, man. And TD had a meltdown, man. TD had a meltdown. I feel for the brother. I mean, listen, man, this is when your team is supposed to do what they're supposed to do, and then that happens, your team collapses. It's tough. It's tough to recover. I feel it. I feel it for that brother, man. So I'm trying to cue that video up, but you guys will feel the pain of a Dolphins fan. I mean, we've gone through our own heartbreak, for crying out loud. We've gone through multiple heartbreak, but this one, this one's epic. I'm just gonna scroll on through until I can find that damn thing, and we can get that thing rolling. But the Miami Dolphins, how they gifted you the Tennessee Titans. I gotta talk to my boys. You mean the Tennessee Titans Weekly, because it must have been over for them boys. It was a wrap. You can't tell me that you're watching this game saying, all right, well, they put a good effort in. The Dolphins, they got this one. They squeaked by, those assholes. They squeaked by. Here comes Will Levis, pitch, fumble. You got a punt return. dude that just should just let it be. Like, there's certain things that you just don't do. You're a punt returner. You're in your own zone. You're trying to make a comeback, and you're going to try to catch the ball off a bounce when you got two Dolphins guys surrounding you, waiting and baiting you to touch it. And you did, and they recover. They walk in on a touchdown. Fam, you spotted them 14 points. 14 points. Here come the Titans. Walk right down the field. D-Hop, touchdown. Yo, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this up. This is craziness. This should not have happened. But this is why we love the NFL. And anything can happen. Any given Sunday, your L can come your way. And the Dolphins are feeling it right now. And I'm going to tell you something, man. And this is something that we all know. Ain't nobody tripping on it. Tyreek Hill's a special cat. There's not many, have there ever been something or someone like Tyreek Hill. The guy is just pure speed, but it's scary speed. It's one of those things where, like, I'm surprised. I'm not surprised, but I am a little bit how we contain the Dolphins with Tyreek. Right? We do for the most part, we contain them as much as we can until things happen. But my goodness, when Tyreek's not on that field or Tyreek's not involved, boy, if you don't watch out, man. So it is always lovely to see the Dolphins take an L, and it just opened the door wide open in the AFC. Not only just the AFC, but the AFC East. My goodness. So let me present something to you. I just want to share a little something here. Share my screen real quick because I gotta show y'all this, because I mean, I can't sit here and not show y'all what I'm looking at here. So check this.
Oh my gosh, 4th down, 4th and 2. And the clock running. Oh my gosh, and the clock running. The clock is running.
Here it comes. Epic collapse coming. He's feeling it. Oh, there it is. Mm-hmm. Pain. Pain, brother. That's pain, brother.
It's okay. It's all right.
His wifey's trying to console him. Good for wifey, man. That's why you need a good wifey, man. You got a good wifey. She knows the heartbreak you're going here. Offer that brother some tea. Give him some tea. It's okay, baby. You want some tea? Oh, he's going through it. He don't know what to say. Breathe in. Breathe, brother. Breathe. There we go. He's come back. He's come back to us now. All right, have a seat. Oh, no. He's still feeling it. He doesn't know what happened. He's like, I'm coming right to it. Ah, shit. He's in disbelief. Look at him. Have a seat, brother. Okay, he's coming back. He's come back to us now.
It's okay.
Have a seat.
Are you about to throw up? Do you need the trash can? It's okay. Calm down, baby. It's okay.
That's a good wifey.
Okay. What do you need? You need some tea?
There you go. There's that tea. You need some tea?
I have some stress relief tea. You need some?
I feel him. He's in disbelief. He's in disbelief. I know. Trust me. I know, brother. Been there, done that. I know. He's in disbelief. Listen, I've had enough. I've had enough. I feel him. I feel his pain. Master at work. You did it again. I just hope you don't clip me up. You did it again, my G. You did it again. Good for wifey though. Wifey was like, babe, do you need a trash can? Do you need to throw up? Because I would have wanted to throw up too. But we've been there before. You know what I'm saying? Now, is TD dramatic? Hell yeah, he's dramatic. But that's the beauty of loving your team. This is the beauty of sports. It's the beauty and the curse, because you love your squad so hard, and you haven't had success. When I say success, I'm talking about playoff success in a long time. I don't think they've ever got out the first round in like 20 plus years. So it's so close to them. It's so close, but yet it could be very far away because they have a gauntlet of a schedule. They faced the Bills the last week. They got the Dallas Cowboys as well. Then they got the Jets that I think the Jets will beat the Dolphins. They got one more team that I'm not sure who it is, but I know it's a tough team they got to play. Oh, sugar now. You better watch out now. You better watch out. You better watch out. You better not cry. All right, I'm done. That's my guy TD, man. But hey, man, that's sports, baby. That is sports for you. You know what I'm saying? Ravens, y'all got the lead for now. Y'all got the lead for now. But hey, listen, just don't let the Bills get into the dance. Do not let the Bills get into the dance because there's gonna be some problems for everybody. Special lessons, yo. I've been repping Bills gear all semester in Windsor, Ontario. I like it. Listen, we can't stop repping the Bills, baby. We can't stop. Now, we got some things to talk about. I mean, we could dog on the Dolphins. We could talk about that another time. But I got my man, the thigh doc, because we got some injuries to talk about, people. Because we got hit. We got hit with the injury bug, and there's only one guy that I trust that is going to give us the goods and let us know what's happening. It's our guy, the thigh doc, will be with us in just 30 seconds. Let's go. Listen, every freaking time that stupid song comes on, I bop to it. It's a bop. I'm not going front. It's a bop.
It's because you're a smooth operator.
All right, man. Listen, it's my guy, the thigh doc, the thigh doctor himself, Alex Lucci. Listen, we got to get right into it because so much things I got to do. Then I got to go to work, so I got to cram all this stuff in there. So let's have a damn good show. Talk to me. Injury.
I got you.
Biggest one, Micah Hyde. You are concerned about this. You talked about this at length. You do not like the injury that he suffered. Talk to me at length about it. What's going on?
Yeah. So anybody would retire by now. So this has got to be his last year. He had a fusion last year. That's what knocked him out of the season. Fusion of his neck. Usually when you come back, you get a stinger the first time. It's over, Rico. He came back. Now, last time I told you, I said now it's going to be easier to get a stinger each time he gets hit. It looked like a pretty benign hit. You know, he took a helmet to the temple when he was trying to tackle someone.
Yep.
Stung him up. They took the time out. They kept him in the game, which I thought was crazy. I'm sure I get it. It's Micah. He's like, I'm the captain. I'm good. Go back to the sideline. Leave me in here. And then he didn't even hit his head the second time. He just collided. It looked like he jammed his finger up, to be honest. But just that little jolt he got just from like bodying with someone, he was withering in pain. So what do we got left? We got 4 games left. It's his last season. I would have thought.
You really think it's his last season?
100%.
Wow.
Undoubtedly.
That's bold. That's bold. You know that, right?
I don't think no. When you're the thigh doctor, you know.
Hey, talk about it now.
Yeah. So no, I just get it. I get what's going on. So it's the last year on his contract. He's 31. He had the fusion. It was probably like, hey, I'm coming back for one last year to begin with. I know they don't want to talk about it. I'm surprised he's come back. I'm surprised he's going to come back again. But, you know, if he doesn't have weakness in the arm, it's just a stinger pain issue. They know it's going to trigger easier, but they want to ride with it.
Yep.
They're going to ride with it. The only thing is at some point, say we get to the playoffs, because I think it's going to happen, and then you risk putting a guy out there like that who just, you know, first play of the game, he's got a stinger, and now your depth's an issue. So we'll see how that goes. That's a story.
You know what, though? When you do talk about it, though, I mean, he's what, 30, 31?
Yeah.
You're still relatively extremely young, obviously. And if you know your body's telling you something, you gotta, I mean, you know it. You gotta listen to your body. I'm gonna tell you, my wife signed me up. She's doing a boot camp class, and she's like, I ain't doing it myself. You gonna join with me? I was like, all right, bet. So I'm in there doing all these things, and my body's telling me, yo, you are pushing 40, bro. You can't do what you used to do when you were 25. Because in my mind, I'm like, man, I can box jump this. And my body's telling me, bro, show your black ass up before you pass up one of these folks. So you gotta know when your body's telling you something. And maybe Micah knows that he's like, I'm gonna give it my all.
Yeah.
This last season, I got to try to win this one. So, and maybe that's why he came in hard support for McDermott. Maybe knowing that I have no idea, but I love Hyde. He's been with the squad for quite some time now, and if that's what we're getting from him, and he's giving us his heart, we love it. But you hate to see that two of our safeties go down to neck injury. Obviously, we had Aaron Williams with the neck injury. Micah Hyde, that really sucks, man. And I would have loved to see what Aaron Williams could have done. Obviously with the Bills, but that being said,
I don't know if you were trying to not mention it too much, but that was pretty powerful. The guy who put the mic in front of him and said, "Shut this down" about McDermott is the guy who's on the Swan song. Yeah, not saying it. I'm not saying there is a real thing. I can tell.
I get it.
I think there's something there. He's like, "This is my last year. Do not screw it up with this BS." So,
no, anyways, I like it. Listen, I'm with that. I can rock with that. So let's move on to this one. Von Miller, no brace. Yeah. Are we gonna start to see Von Miller, the Von Miller that we need at the back end of the season, or is he trying to fool us? Is this fool's gold? What are you talking about?
Well, you're still seeing shades of issues, right? You know, I don't know if he made a deal with the team. He's like, hey, I'm going to rush the passer and I'm not going to chase down plays. But no other guy gets off the hook without pursuing. But it's been reported on the low that he had that hip flexor strain when he was training in the summer when he started running in July, August. So there might be an issue there that they're like, hey, we need you to pass rush on third downs, and if the guy's like scampering away, like, yeah, we know you're not gonna like sprint 100%. I kind of feel like something like that might be going on. Do I think he looks better? He does. He talked about taking the brace off after 1 year. Everyone was like, well, it's Thanksgiving, but that wasn't 1 year post-op, right? So the surgery was actually a couple weeks later. So here we are, mid-December. He made a couple impactful plays. So, sometimes he obviously gets washed out. I saw they were double teaming him a couple times. So he's still getting his due respect. So other guys need to step up when that happens. But I think he'll come along. I don't think you're going to see Von Miller from early last year at any point this year. But I think these plays are going to sprinkle in, and they're going to happen a couple more times. So it was good to see. You're right.
It was good to see. I mean, we'll see. I mean, we never know. I mean, some guys they wake up really fresh one day and they're ready to get after it, and who knows? I mean, I when you get older, like I was just talking about, man, your body starts telling you stuff. So hopefully we start to see a better shell of Von Miller. But who's been playing extremely well that I hate to see this person on the injury list is AJ Epinesa.
Correct.
Give me good news, man. I don't want any bad news. Talk to me.
But this directly affects Von. So Von's got the brace off. Is he ready to take that snap count into the 30s? I mean, he's just been hovering in the low 20s. So obviously they're going to call up Kingsley. He'll be shut down this week. So these ribs, right? If he had a fractured rib, right, he's going on the IR. It's going to take four weeks for that bone to heal. Okay. But what usually happens, it's like the cartilage between the two ribs. It's called costochondral, right? Okay. So sometimes it gets cracked or sprained, and the average recovery is about 2 to 4 weeks. But a lot of it's like pain management after a week off. So this is a situation where he can put some protection on him, like a flak jacket, and then he could take an injection that'll numb the area. So the only risk, which is rare, but it happened to one of our guys, was Tyrod, where they went in too deep and punctured his lung there. So
crazy.
I would 100% expect him to miss this week, and I think it's 50-50 for next week, and then 75, 85, 90% for after missing 2 games, he should be back.
That's a tough one because we like the depth that we get, but not having Epinesa, maybe a little bit more Von Miller, like himself with no brace, so maybe we start to get the guy that we thought we had just a couple years ago, just a year ago. So we'll look forward to seeing it. But you lose one, but you could gain one. Mm-hmm. Quan freaking Jones. Talk to me about D. Jones, man. Could we see him in the next couple weeks?
No.
Or is this something like we need to make the playoffs before we can even bother seeing him?
I mean, you could see him for like the Miami game. So there was 2 occurrences where a guy came back less than 3 months, and it was for the playoffs, and that was J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
I think we touched on this like after the injury,
Yep.
but J.J. Watt came back like miraculously in like 10 and a half weeks, and then he beat us in that playoff game. But he was a shell. I mean, he made a play in our game. I think he had a sack and a couple hurries, but then he was like non-existent the next week. So coming back with a pec repair, I mean, it's a huge muscle. It's super important on the D line. You got to press these guys off you. You're going to be weak. I mean, he's going to be like at 3 months, maybe like 75% strength on that arm. So
Yeah.
I would not expect anything. So it's good if you're like a good technician, you can clog some holes. But basically, if he came in, I would expect him, 20 steps max. Looking like a shell of himself, and that's even if we're in the playoff run. But it's good depth. He's still a good player, and like 75-80% to Quan might be better than 100% settled. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely that.
that's what it comes down to when you hit the playoffs. So again, 3 months would be like the last week or 2 of the season. I don't think they would press him unless it was for the Miami game and the division was on the line. But if they do make the playoffs, I do actually expect him to play. He'll probably wear a harness. And be on a low snap count, but for what it's worth.
All right, listen. There's a few people I want to break up. There's a list. There's a name on the list that we mentioned that I'm going to bring up. That I'll hopefully you have some insight on this. But let's talk about. We got Vaughn, we got the Quan, Kincaid. I mean, I heard he had a shoulder, but he played through it, and now it's coming up on as a day-to-day type of injury. Is this something that he'll play, but they have to announce it? It's just what are we talking about here?
Yeah, he had to go to the X-ray room after the game. So if you rewatch the game, whatever, but like on that last shovel pass on Josh Allen, 3rd down, right before the Bass field goal, Kincaid kind of lands on his right shoulder. This has got to be an AC joint. It's going to be on his right shoulder, and it's something that you can play with. When they're real bad, it's tough on a receiver to like go for like those overhead catches. But it sounds like and he looked happy in the post game interview.
He looked pretty chippy, so he looks all right.
So I think this is a non-issue unless it gets aggravated. Just like we talked about with Josh Allen, it's like, hey, he's good until he gets tackled on that shoulder, then it's going to hurt for a couple plays. That's right. This is something that you might see him take a big hit, and then you don't see him for the rest of the series, and then he comes back, you know what I mean? And then, if it gets really agitated, he's going to be in and out of the lineup. But I don't see him missing this game coming up.
You know what? I don't see him missing this game at all. I mean, I like Dawson Knox. I'm a fan of Dawson Knox, but Dawson Knox ain't Dalton Kincaid. And although Dawson Knox is athletic, he's great in the trenches, but we just need that little bit of extra sauce that Kincaid brings to this offense. So for a second in terms of injuries. Tyreek Hill was in and out of the game against the Titans. In and out. I don't know if it's a high ankle sprain, if it's something. What's going on with Tyreek? What are they saying? What are you reading? What are they saying on the tea leaves here?
No, it is a high ankle sprain, Rico.
Okay.
All right, so I got my kid. I'm not watching the game if I don't have to. So I see a clip, and it looked bad. I mean, he got like hip dropped, and they kind of landed on his ankle. So basically, it's a high ankle. When those fracture, it's game over, okay? And then you're coming out pretty ugly the next year. That's like Zach Moss. Okay. Remember when he had a rusty year after that?
He was trying to come back.
Yeah, because your ankle can get real stiff after that surgery, and then you kind of lose your explosiveness and stuff. Moral of the story is, I didn't see it when I saw the clip. I didn't realize he got up and sprinted off the field. So then I would be like less concerned, but it definitely looks like a high ankle. When you look at it again, the high ankle needs 2 things. You got to like rotate the toes outward. So it has to have this torsion effect. And you also it's got to tilt to the outside. Okay. So his rotated, but it didn't fold over enough. He kind of got lucky there, to be honest. So he still tweaked it. I would say it's like a low grade high ankle. I don't know if they shot him up at halftime and then he had to wait like
they must have
30 minutes of real time, which is basically almost a quarter, and then he was able to go out. But he ran 2 good routes. He didn't look too limited when he was sprinting, but then when he's walking back to the huddle, you could see he had a little hitch in his giddy up. So he's going to be sore today. I'm sure he's very sore today. Moral of the story: what are we looking at here? He could miss a week. if he's like real sore and they just don't want to push
they
it.
can't afford to make him miss a week.
Well, they might think they could skip by the Jets. I don't know. But
forget about it. The Jets are not losing this game.
If I was them, I would have him miss the Jets game and then have him healthier for the Ravens and the Cowboys and the Bills. So I wouldn't be surprised if he misses a week. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays. But this is something, the sooner he plays, the more risk of it is to retweak it. So, and then you retweak it, you reset the clock. So if this guy comes back a little too early, takes another one of those hip drops or takes a nasty turn on it, he might re-injure it so bad, he's not playing week 18. We'll see.
We will see. Scott Blake comes in with a super chat, says, yo, the TD meltdown, saw that last night. Hilarious. I recommend strongly an ambulance on standby for week 18 when the Bills take the division. My girls say, hello. Hey, what's up, ladies? What's happening? It's funny how when your dad and when his children, you go from a alpha and then you're like, oh, hey, ladies, what's going on? So I'm saying hi to the ladies. Scott Blake, tell the ladies and say, what's up? Yeah, but we're going to lead an ambulance because could you imagine? I mean, Z-Bot couldn't have said it better yesterday. The way he broke it down, right? If the Bills win out, or maybe they lose one, or they win out, right? 10-7. If the Dolphins absolutely collapse, they're 10-6, and they go into the Bills game, right? And now the Bills win that one. We're tied up at 10-7. Fam, tiebreaker goes to us. That's an epic meltdown from the Dolphins, but that's neither here nor there because we got the Dallas Cowboys that are coming up next. So, one last injury that I want to talk about, is the Chargers. They shut down Herbert for the year. What?
Yeah, well, fracture on your throwing finger, so it's done. He's got to put a pin in it, and then those fingers, like the smaller the joint, like the stiffer it can get sometimes. So. He'll probably have to work on his fine motor and stretching that little pinky out, or I think it was his index finger. Yeah, sucks for them. That's great for us.
That is something else. And because now we play, let's just say the Dallas Cowboys they're powered up this offseason. Micah Parsons is an absolute monster. That brother scares the shit out of me, right? We lose to the freaking to the Dallas Cowboys. Yo, we could win this fucking thing out, man. You beat the Chargers with whoever Chase Daniels. I don't know who the quarterback is out there. And then you got the Patriots, and let's get it popping, man. So listen, are we playing with fool's money? I mean, what is it? What do they call it? House money? If we're going up against the Dallas Cowboys based on how the week has gone on. Obviously, you want to win out, but if you lose, you lose. No big deal because we got to win out the rest. But golly, if we can take the Dallas Cowboys game, bro, it's a problem for the rest of the league, man. I'm just saying. I'm gonna put it out there. I don't want to get myself checked up, but
we're favored and the line moved more for us.
I know.
They're
2.5. What? I'm puzzled by that. I'm puzzled.
So the Cowboys do play really bad on the road. I mean, they're 3-3, and then they're undefeated and crushing teams at home. Well, maybe Jerry Jones is tapping those headsets. Right? Am I right? Doing a little Bill Belichick.
I'm so glad you brought that up. I got some things I want to put out here. There it is. There's the clip I want to see. So if you look at this, ESPN, this Cowboys this season, 7-0 at home. They love it at home. But look at that. They're 3-3. They're putting 23.7 points a game. Let me tell you something. The Bills right now, when they keep teams to under 20 points, we're something like 7-0. We're 7-0 when we keep, or 20-0. I can't remember what it was. But when we're keeping teams down to under 20 points, it's crazy. So we have an absolute opportunity upon us against these Dallas Cowboys. So it is fun. Now, before you get out of here, brother, I do want to ask you your thoughts on, I mean, I can't just talk to you about injuries. I got to tell you, I mean, if you could summarize your feeling on the Kansas City Chiefs game before I get my man Carl Jones to come on. Talk to me. What are your thoughts? How did you feel about that game? Unfortunate, but fortunate for us. I mean, you got crybaby Pat Mahomes. He has since apologized. Your overall thoughts and feelings on this past game against the Chiefs.
All right, two things. I think Patrick Mahomes melting down was better than beating him. I just thought that was amazing.
Sucks, bro. Shut up, Pat.
He looks worse than his wife. Anyways,
you're a hater.
The Bills are a good team. They can always win the Super Bowl when they got Josh Allen. I always say, this is going to sound deep. I always feel like I'm in a Truman Show, and my life's like revolved around the Bills. I just feel like there's a lot of fate and weird, I don't know, aura about this team. Like all the years, the meltdowns, the small city kind of always getting kicked in the ass, the drought, stuff like that, the four Super Bowls. I always just, I don't want to sound like religious, but it's always like one day they're going to do us the favor, and this was all just a buildup. So every year stuff happens, and I'm just like, this is the snowball. This is where it actually builds up to the snowman. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to think that you throw Taylor Swift in there. Kelsey's obviously involved with the Taylor Swift. It's Kelsey. He does the throwback on the day Frank Wycheck died. I mean, that actually gave me goosebumps. And then I'm like,
crazy if you think about it, man.
I'm like, is this the year? Is this is when special stuff starts happening for us? But yeah, I mean, the Bills are getting hot at the end of the year. We talked about this in the beginning of the year. Who cares what happens in the first 2-3 months? It's what you're doing now. As long as you get into the dance and you're hot at the right time, those are the teams that win the Super Bowl. And I'm hoping this is it. It's got all the potential, Rico. Let's just see how it goes. This is great TV, though.
It is great TV. The NFL schedule makers, they nailed it this year. I mean, there's a lot of injuries. There's a lot of injuries that kind of really affected this season. But if you look around the league, my goodness, man, like a couple games, the Bills could take the AFC East. My goodness, man. I mean, if we have a collapse from the Ravens, which I highly doubt seeing, I mean,
I'm not worried about that.
There's a percentage that the Bills could probably even get a home game, you know what I'm saying, if we play our cards right. Hey, listen, man, this league is fun. It's one of those it's one of those years that you just one game at a time, especially at the end of the season like this. One game at a time. Let's enjoy this, and we keep it pushing. But ladies and gentlemen, my guy, the Thigh Doc, he broke it down. And listen, follow him on Twitter. It is the Thigh Doctor, at the Thigh Doctor. Hit him up and questions, concerns. He's the guy you want to trust when it comes to the medical stuff, man. Because I trust him, man. Everything he talks about. I'm gonna tell you, when you were talking about the Tyreek Hill injury, I could just tell you were like, while you were talking, you were using your hand gestures to kind of, even though I can't even see you, but I could feel that you were in the background trying to, you see, because his ankle was like that. I just felt it. And I'm sure that's what you were doing, but we appreciate you.
Nailed it.
You're the man. I appreciate you, man. So we'll definitely do this again if there are no injuries, which is fantastic. But you know this game, and this game is full of them. So we will definitely keep in touch. And ladies and gentlemen, my guy, the Thigh Doc, we'll catch you on the flip side, brother.
Take care, Rico.
Yes, sir. That is my guy. So before I bring on my next guy, I mean, he's been a busy man, so I get it. But I got a clip for you guys. I got to play for y'all because it's just apropos that I got to do it, right? So I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie The Wood. One of my favorites, if not one of them. I think it's probably my favorite. But if you look at this clip here from my man. All right, did you see that pat? Did you see that chest pat by my guy Josh Mahomes? Josh Allen? Josh was like, yeah, whatever, buddy. That double chest pat, right? Immediately when I saw that, I was like, where did I see that before? Check this out.
I'm getting tired. I think I'm a stop.
And that's how I felt. Listen, man, you took the L. It's fine, man. Yo, graciously hug your boy, dap him up, lock it in, because you can't just handshake that. You got to smooth it out, lock it in, and say, catch you on the next side. You know what I'm saying? Stay healthy. That's the cliche thing. Stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? Good game. And we'll see you in the summer, you know what I'm saying, after the playoffs, and we'll play golf again. But my guy Josh, if you go back to it, pay attention to Josh's face and then the chest pat.
Offensive offsides in that moment, man. Fucking terrible.
The lip press. All right, big guy. We'll catch you on the flip side. Love to see it, the pettiness. And I mean, listen, one last clip that I got to play before I bring on my guy. You know what I'm saying? I got the energy's there today. So let's
goodness, this is going for a touchdown.
Average Joe's has come all this way for nothing. Absolutely nothing.
They're not going to get anything, Cotton.
No elimination, double fault. Double fault. You stepped over the line on the throw. Double fault.
You gotta be out of your mind. That is the worst call that I have ever seen. I mean, I'm out here busting my butt, and you come in here with a bush league call like that. That is total bullcrap.
ADA continuation rule 113D, sir.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, gotta love it. Yeah, gotta love it. Listen, folks, let me bring on my guy, Carl Jones. You know what to do, baby. Give it to me. He ready. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Carl Jones from News 8 Rock, the Rochester, folks. Hey, what's up, Carl Jones? What's happening, bro?
I'm all good on this day, man. How about you?
Listen, we're doing fantastic, man. The Bills took a big one, boy. The Bills took a big one. So, listen, man. I've spoken at length. I was on Bleacher Report talking about it. I was on my own. Let's talk about it, man. I'm sure you and Thad have talked about it at length. The Bills defense. Let's start right into the defense first of all. We're keeping these boys to 17 points. I get it. The Chiefs aren't the same explosive Chiefs from the past. I don't give a damn what anybody tells me. When you have Pat Mahomes, when you got Travis Kelce, and you got Andy Reid, and you got McKinnon that's explosive, I don't want to hear shit from y'all, man. I mean, you traded for Kadarius Toney. I don't want to hear anything. And the Bills kept these boys to 17 points. Talk about the defensive, performance from these Bills. Defensive stop at the end. I don't care the foot on the line, but when it's 4th and 15, make a stop, and they did. Talk to me. What do you think?
Yeah, let's start. We'll start at the end first.
Okay.
I think we all kind of were like, uh-oh, like here we go again, right? The Bills in the late game situation going to give up something, right? I mean, if Mac Jones can do it, why couldn't Patrick Mahomes, right? That's what the people were thinking, right? But kudos to them. I mean, obviously you say what you want about the miracle play that Kelce put together, but it didn't happen. So it is what it is at this point. The Bills still had 3 more chances to get them boys off the field, and they did. So kudos to them for doing so, especially in the manner that they did it, up front. And I think that's the encouraging point going forward, that if they can build upon that pressure, obviously Vaughn got into, I believe, on that 2nd down play, then Egg and hand on the ball on the 3rd down play. So I think that's a little encouraging. Throughout this, I believe, tail end of the second half, majority tail end of the second quarter, most of the second half.
Yep.
It is a little worrisome when you watch it back, just for the sole purpose of the Bills were kind of fighting backwards, if you know what I'm trying to say, defensively. It wasn't like they were punching, like stepping into the fight, like the term that we like to use on the defensive side of the ball, like take the fight to them. It seemed like they were kind of catching a little bit, right? But I've told you ad nauseum about this. I didn't think the defense was really good for the longest stretch because they couldn't take the ball away and they weren't creating negative plays.
True.
And that's when you were able to get a Christian Benford punch out, get the ball back to your offense, or AJ Epinesa on the first drive of the game, or I believe Dorian Williams, who came up with the huge pressure on Mahomes, who had, I believe, MBS wide open on the second to last drive of the game on that 3rd down, which would have turned the entire game. So, like, those are the negative plays. Those are the plays where you're punching forward, where that's encouraging to see, right? So I think, was it as good as what I thought it was when I left it? No, but they could build upon those things, especially Dorian Williams, who's thrown into the fire. I mean, I know I wasn't the only person when I saw that he was out there like, Travis Kelce, baptism by fire. What you going to do, young pup? But all in all, some things to build off going forward.
You know what? It's funny that you mentioned Dorian Williams, because when I saw Dorian Williams on the field, I was like, where's he been all season? I would love to see them put him in baptism by fire, if you will, because he's athletic enough. They drafted him in the 3rd round. Like, let this brother go. But I mean, I guess the coaches see him every day, so they're like, he ain't ready yet. So you got to respect what the coaches are saying. So you got to give Tyrell Dodson his credit, man. He's come a long way. He's playing decent football. So we'll take that. Let's go to the offensive side of the ball, and we're gonna talk about. Listen, I haven't used my this banner. I have so many banners, but I haven't used it in a long time. And one of the banners that I normally go with is a spotlight hero. And if you were to choose a spotlight hero from this past game, who stands out to you as your spotlight hero?
Man, spotlight here, like the player who stood out above all. I mean, obviously you can go with J17 with some of the stuff that he did, but I think that's a bit of a cop out.
Yeah.
I mean, the that throw where he's inches away from the sideline is nuts. Like but we've seen it so often. Like we're kind of spoiled by it, right? We've seen plays similar to that so often. Just a little spoiled. But I'm gonna give James Cook some love. I thought that in the way that he was in a game where your wide receiver one didn't play up to his usual standard, and then Kincaid, I want to say wasn't neutralized, but he didn't have the similar games that he had in the past. For James Cook to make the imprint that he had, at least in the first half, I think that's out of his control at that point. But I thought that he showed that he can be a major point of this offense going. Like, I'm of the belief now where you take him off the field for maybe 2 minutes because of pass pro, but outside of that, leave that young buck on the field at all times.
You got to leave that young buck on the field at all times. And I'll tell you this, man. Scott Blakely says, Carl Jones, #legend. Absolutely love your takes, my guy. Listen, man, you getting love from the folks, man. You got to keep it up now. Now you got pressure now. Now you can't come out with some BS takes. It's got to be fire every time.
No, I'm just being me, baby. That's all.
I love it. But listen, I'm gonna stick with what you said, and I'm gonna go with James Cook as my spotlight hero. I was giving him some love just the other day, but it's not about his statistics, right? Right here, like 50 yards rushing, 80,
83 yard catching. Yeah,
58 yards rushing, 83 yards catching. He had over 100 yards of all-purpose yards, but it was the touches and how he was able to be effective with the ball in his hand, and that's running the football. There was no running for the sidelines. There was head down, go forward. And I don't want y'all thinking that I'm a hater. It's just that out of my running back, that's what I need. The guy that's going to fight for extra yardage. Because if you think about it, that's the guy you want to trust with the football. And they're always talking about you trust that football, trust the guy with the football, but I need him to get me the extra yardage as well. And that's what he did. And I'm telling you right now, and he seems like he had a little more juice this game. I don't know if he was extra motivated by the Sean McDermott fiasco and all that good stuff, but my boy came out to play. And if we get that James Cook every game going forward, we are going to be an absolute problem. Secondly, Josh Allen was in the press conference talking about, listen, I'm feeling a little more comfortable throwing to James Cook. Boy, y'all better watch out. That Eagles game, I'm telling you, sometimes you need certain blunders. I mean, you get beat by a receiver, and you're like, damn, I can't get beat again. So you're on your P's and Q's. You got to be on your P's and Q's. And James Cook seems to understand that I'm a very important piece to this team, and I could be a very important piece for this team for years to come. So I got to start building my shit right now. And that's what it's doing. So my spotlight hero definitely has to go to my guy, Mr. James Cook. And I'm showing some love. So everybody trying to get on my tail for like, yo, no, you never show him love. I am showing him love, man. And he deserves it. He absolutely deserves it. Now, let's get right into the good, the bad, the ugly. Let's get right into it, man. But listen, we got it. We ain't got time to waste, right? The good, the bad, the ugly. I mean, there's a lot of good that we could talk about. So we can go back and forth from your end. I'll start with the good for me is the fact that we all rallied. The Bills players rallied around their head coach. I like it because there was a lot of pressure on Sean McDermott coming into this game with that written piece, whether you want to call it a hit piece, whether you want to call it an informative piece or factual piece. I mean, a lot of things in there were factual, but I mean, it was from years ago, whatever. Fact of the matter is this, it's out there. And it was put out there not to glorify Mr. McDermott, but it was really to, put him in a hole. And if he lost that game, bury that bitch and he ain't coming out. Because that's what that was meant to do. That was meant to bury his ass and him looking for employment for next season. But they already came out and said he's coming back. But the fact of the matter is this, the players played for him. That's what stood out to me for the good. And I love it. And I think we have momentum going into it. And you saw him crack a couple smiles on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? So I'm loving that. So for me, Sean McDermott, the way the team rallied around him and the defense put up a great job. They're third in the league with 41 sacks off under that defense without Matt Milano, without DaQuan Jones. Fam, give that brother some love. My guy, Sean McDermott. So for you, what stood out as good?
I guess going off on that a little bit, like we talked about in the beginning. I mean, the fact that they finished the game,
yeah, there you go.
Like the fact that they finished the game is one of mine. I mean, we've been beating it like a drum all year, all the close game they've had, and usually be the defense coming up on the short end. But the fact that they were able to look, I know, I get it. Whatever, it's been talked about ad nauseum with the Kadarius Toney on offsides play, but there were still 3 plays after that, right? And so I do give the Bills credit for that and the way that they did it. But then also another one that's for me is Rasul Douglas. Really in the first half, he was put on an island, and I hate saying island when it comes to a tight end, but there was a lot of times where Travis Kelce was a backside receiver.
Yes.
And he was physical. Like, I want to talk like he's taking when I say taking the fight to the other team, I don't mean blitzing or all that, hitting somebody upside the head sometimes. Sometimes it's the line of scrimmage, and I'm not letting you go nowhere. And look, Travis Kelce got the best of them on some of the plays. I mean, Travis Kelce is going to get a gold jacket in 5 years for a reason, right?
Yeah, right.
But the fact that he wasn't willing to back down, there was a couple plays where Rasul Douglas is on his back, like Travis Kelce's wrestling with him down the field. But the fact that he's willing to do that, throwing off timing and stuff like that, helping his pass rush get some time to get to Patrick Mahomes, that was good to see. And then also the rep he had against Rashee Rice, where it was a little you push off pull type of thing. So basically what I mean by that, receiver give you a little push off. Who you think you is? I pull back and I try to get the pick. I actually might have posted that one that clip a little bit later on Twitter. But just the physicality that he showed, taking the fight to the Chiefs, that's the stuff that the Bills need to have going forward, especially out of that secondary.
Listen, I'm gonna stick on the good when it comes to Sunday's matchup, and it was the great energy that these guys brought, right? There's a lot of times when the pressure's on, you crumble under the pressure because it was just too much. These boys said, nah, we ain't crumbling. We ready to go. We know what's at stake. And we played this team before. It was kind of like, I wouldn't say, I hate to call it an advantage, but we played these guys so often that it felt like a division game. And you gotta tighten up when it's a division game. It's not like you're playing a team that you don't really know anything about them and you're stunned by them, right? You play this team often, so you know them extremely well. So I like the positive energy they brought in, ready to take on these damn Kansas City Chiefs that they're becoming one of my teams that I hate the most. So I'm gonna keep it a buck. Let's scoot over to the bad. Anything bad stand out to you, brother? I mean, maybe nothing stood out, maybe a lot.
I don't like, and I want to preface this by saying I don't think he's bad, but up to his standard. I think Stephon Diggs had a game below his standards.
Talk about it now
on Sunday.
Don't get shy. You got to talk about it now.
Yeah, I mean, he had some drops that were a little uncharacteristic. A couple one-on-one situations where you would look. L'Jarius Sneed is a baller. Like, as someone who loves watching cornerback play, he's about to make. He might touch 90 M's this offseason. He really is one of them ones. I'm like, that's a good real good ball player. Having said that, though, if you're 1-4 on the other side, you're always supposed to win your matchup. And I thought that Sneed really got the best of him on Sunday. Now the Bills still got the win, so it's much easier to have this conversation off of a dub, obviously. But I did think that 3-8 on the other side of L'Jarius Sneed took it to Diggs a little bit, maybe got him out of his hookup, had a couple uncharacteristic drops, which you're not accustomed to seeing from a player of his caliber. So obviously he hasn't had a statistical run over the past month that we're accustomed to seeing either. But some of that is what the defenses are doing. Some of that is Joe Brady being a new OC, trying to figure out what's his, I don't guess, game plan, his stilo, his mojo, right? What he's bringing to the table. So I'm not worried about Diggs whatsoever. Like, he didn't forget how to play football all of a sudden, right? But in a game of that magnitude, you would like to see him win that matchup, and I do think Sneed took it to him on Sunday.
Well, I'm going to see your Stephon Diggs, and I'm going to raise you Gabriel Davis. Once again, Gabriel Davis is left without a catch. It is unheard of. I cannot wrap my brain around this. And I don't want to hear my man Joe Brady say, but he was super important to the team, that he was blocking and he was getting up there and becoming a decoy. Man, bump all that. You're receiver too. I need something from you, my man. Now, granted, Josh Allen missed him on a wide open, like, they schemed that thing to a T. They set it up all day. The little bubble screen, you know what I'm saying? The shot, that honey hole shot that Josh likes to take, but then it went up the screen, up the seam. That would have been a perfect way to kind of cap off the day. You know what I'm saying? And put them away. But we missed it. But it wasn't a bad decision. He had Kincaid on the sideline, but just couldn't just bring it in, making things a little harder for him. But my goodness, Gabriel Davis. Now, he's got to be frustrated. He's got to be frustrated. Like, I'm surprised he didn't yoke Josh Allen up and say, stop, make me look bad. You know what I'm saying? Throw me the damn football, man. That's twice now you've missed me down the sideline. And now everybody's looking at me like I'm some kind of bum. I ain't no bum. Now, those are probably not the things he's saying, but I'm sure he's feeling it. His people are in his ear, be like, yo, you need to, and this is me just talking now. Yo, you need to get out of Buffalo, man. They don't respect you out there, man. This is like 3 or 4 games this year that he's had 0 catches. I get people to hit me up. Fam, what's up with your guy, Gabe Davis? I have him on my fantasy team, and he killed me. So I don't know what's going on with Gabe Davis. I'm sure he's frustrated as ever. But my goodness, something's got to give, man. Unless he's like, yo, I'm deferring to Kincaid because it looks like Kincaid's the number 2 guy. So I'm just here to be a decoy and run routes. And if you guys want to hit me, you guys hit me. I don't know, man. But Gabriel Davis, him not being present, him not being involved in the game, I don't know if it's a him issue or if it's a Joe Brady issue. I'm running out of answers. I'm asking all the questions, but I ain't got no damn answers. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I raise you. So you show me Stephon Diggs, I raise you. I mean, Gabriel Davis, which brings me to the ugly. What stands out for you, the ugly? Can I start?
Go ahead. It's your face in the top right of this podcast. You go do your thing.
So the ugly. That's it, right? So the ugly for me, I mean, we just talked about 2 of the receivers on the squad. Fam, I can't have both my receivers with 4 receptions. 4 receptions. Stephon Diggs, an elite player, Pro Bowler, all pro. 4 receptions? And most of his receptions were on bubble screens? Nah, bro. We got to figure that out. Gabe Davis, 0 receptions. Like, to me, that's ugly. If we want to go toe-to-toe with the Dallas Cowboys that are coming in with CeeDee Lamb, Ferguson, you got Powell, you know what I'm saying, in the backfield, which I love Powell. That's my guy, right? And a solid O-line. You're going to have these guys connect. You got Stephon Gilmore on the other side. They call him the Gilly Lock they don't call him Gilly Lock for no reason. And we as Bills fans know all about him. Now, he has his moments of being burnt toast. We also know that. All right. You got Durant Bland that's sitting here waiting for another opportunity to get a pick. Fam, and you got Micah Parsons on the other squad. We don't have the luxury to not find our guys. So to me, the inability to get these guys schemed open, get them the football, I don't know. That to me is ugly. We need more from those 2 guys if we're going to do anything, right? 23 points, probably is not going to have to cut it. We're going to need absolute over 30 points against these Dallas Cowboys. So to me, the ugly is the inability to get these 2 boys ready and going. Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis, ugly for me. What say you, Carl Jones?
For me, it's just going to be the narrative coming out of this game about that play with Kadarius Toney. I'm such a big football fan. I love the game, right? I love, competitive competition, and I love the violence of the game. I love the physicality. I love the fact that football is legalized assault, all that good type of stuff, right? But the fact that we're talking about 3 inches on the field or referees yet another week, it's just not. It's not cool. And look, I know a lot of that.
Blame the refs?
No. I'm not. I'm blaming the narratives around it. I'm blaming the fact that we have to talk about this. The fact that this has to be brought up week after. I feel like every Monday morning you go on your phone and miss this, miss that, refs this, the reason they lost that. And I don't like that. I just love football, man. I like the fact that we got Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes on a Sunday primetime game. And that game maybe didn't live up to the expectations because Josh and Pat really weren't the focal points of it, right? But the fact that we were able to get 2 guys in their primes, I just love to see that. So the fact that the narrative was about that play the whole next day and up and down my timeline, I got people calling Pat this, Pat that, Andy and Pat complaining about this. Yeah. I don't like none of that. I like just keep it on I love just everything we talk about on the field. My team better than yours, your team weak, that type of being lingo. Not the zebras has something to do with it. No, leave the zebras out of it. It's play between the lines for a reason.
Play between the lines. It's the players that play. And listen, and there was a clip. I don't know if you've seen it. I'm sure you kind of went through from Twitter. This ain't the first time Kadarius Toney has been lining up on the line. And the worst part is, you've played offensive side. I played a little offense. I'm sure anybody in the chat right now has played a little football. They play probably both ways. The one customary thing when you line up as a receiver, you get in your stance, you look at the ref. You point at the ref. The ref says, back it up a little bit. You're good. You're good, son. That might be the last you got to talk to him. Or you continue that and you're fine. But there comes a time when if you arrogant enough to you don't even look at him, you're like, I'm ready to go. And your head is right above it, fam. They're going to call you for that. And you know what? He did his job. It sucks because it had to be the Bills that would have been that position. We would have been losing it. Talk about this is the script. They're trying to screw the Bills, right? Anyway, it is what it is at this point. It happens. He'll learn from it. I bet you every time now he's gonna sit there.
That boy gonna be like this.
Did you see that camera? Did you catch that? Okay, break. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I get that part. It makes sense, but you're right. They're talking about the too many times where we're having to speak about referees being involved, making calls, right? So it does allow the game to get a little nasty, and people get a little nasty in the chats. Listen, to the point where they even, I don't know if you heard this, but they even had to have an escort for the refs. I mean, this ain't soccer.
Nah,
soccer is the business that the refs make a bad call, man. They're chasing you outside the building.
Yeah.
And they had them boys ready to go. So to me, that's what stood out to me in terms of the ugly. All eyes on me. Anybody that we should have our eyes on?
From last game or going forward?
Going forward, because last game. We're going forward now.
I got one, and as soon as the game ended, it was right away. If y'all think about this Cowboys matchup, right? Look, the Cowboys, their offense is crazy. I think 38 points out of their last, averaging 38 per after their last 7. It's ridiculous, right? But for me, as someone who looks at it from the other perspective, Taron Johnson versus CD is going to be like the box office matchup for this game. CD, during this stretch, he's played a lot more. He's been more versatile. They put him in the backfield, outside, and in the slot as well. But where he makes his money is when he's in that slot. And obviously, Taron is the slot guy for the Bills. So, I mean, all eyes on Taron this week for me. Like, honestly, like, CD is on a ridiculous tear. I mean, anyone who's watched the Cowboys over the past month or so, their offense is literally going through him. And he's getting like 12, 13 targets a game or something ridiculous like that. So they're going to figure out a way to give him the ball. And that's going to be on Taron for majority of the opportunities. So, I mean, I think Taron is a really darn good player, but he's going to have to earn his keep and earn his name this upcoming Sunday against a player who's probably going to have an all-pro season from CD.
Bro, I do not like that matchup whatsoever. I hate that matchup. And there's been some players that are very prominent in this league. And Taron Johnson's not a slouch. He ain't no scrub. That's for damn sure. But I'm not saying he's alive. He's no Saron Neal. You know what I'm saying? He's not Saron Neal. I mean, no disrespect to Saron Neal, but he ain't no Saron Neal. But Taron Johnson does have these moments where, that brother getting beat, you know what I'm saying, often. All right. And now does he come in and run support and is a dog? Yes. Did he come into our aid against the Ravens a few years ago in the playoffs, take it back to the house, pick 6? Yes. This is where my eyes are going to be. Listen, man, Micah Parsons is a game wrecker. He ruins games, man. And if we don't scheme to get him out of the game or to do something to eliminate his impact on the game, it's going to be a long day for Josh Allen. Josh Allen's not going to be comfortable in that pocket. He's going to be out of that pocket often and rushing decisions. And we talk about having both our receivers involved, but if Josh Allen is under duress and under pressure and constantly out of the pocket, bro, that's going to be a problem for us. So we need to find a way. I'm glad Dawson Knox has returned, which brings us back into 12 personnel. So that might give us a little bit of edge. I'm trying to protect them. I saw when the Cardinals went up against the Dallas Cowboys, they ran right at Micah Parsons. So maybe we need to run right at Micah Parsons. Maybe this is the game that Leonard Fournette is activated. I have no idea, but I do love what Ty Johnson's been doing. So let's not get it twisted. But for me, all eyes are going to be the Micah Parsons. Who's going to have Micah Parsons? How are we going to scheme to get him out of the game? He is a problem. I'm hoping the Bills figure something out. McDermott, that's why you get paid, brother. So we're going to figure things out. Now, that being said, that's a Joe Brady issue. That's a Joe Brady problem. Joe Brady's going to have to figure it out on how to get him out of the game. So who is going to step up when we have to maybe go away from him, go to him? That'll be interesting. So my eyes are going to be on Joe Brady, Micah Parsons, and how he decides to, figure things out. I mean, some people think that Fournette's washed up. If he's washed, he's washed. I mean, right now, Ty Johnson ain't letting him get in a sneak peek onto that roster. So he came to Buffalo thinking, man, why did I come here? I thought I was going to be getting some playing time. But he forgot we got Ty Johnson. So, and Lamar and Murray doing his own thing. Now, to me, that's where I stand out with the all eyes and who I'm going to be paying attention to. Last but not least, the milk carton. Yeah, you slide on over, brother. Slide on over. It's tough to figure out who you want to put on the milk carton. And this is why when I have a tough time trying to figure out who I'm going to put on the milk carton, I usually refer to the chat. The chat needs to come in and say, and listen, hashtag milk. Just put hashtag milk. You don't got to put milk carton. What or who has been missing? Where we need to say, our APB alert, we're looking for this. We're looking for that. Like, what is it that stands out to you guys, right? Is it discipline? We're looking for these guys to be disciplined. I mean, it doesn't have to specifically be a player. And I'm probably putting you on the spot right now, Mr. Carl Jones. But let me know. I mean, there's some obvious candidates that I'd like to put on there. Gabriel Davis is definitely a candidate. Maybe you can put the whole receiving squad is a candidate. I don't know. Some people are putting that. Let me read the chat because the chat is going nuts right now. So Milk, they're talking about Gabe Davis. My man Namdi says Gabe. There's another Gabe right there. I mean, everybody talking about Gabe. Yo, Gabe is not feeling it. This ain't Von Miller. It's time to put Von Miller on that milk carton alert. I mean, he's definitely a good candidate for sure. You know what I'm saying? All the Bills wide receivers. Mike Hartle says, yo, man, F all this. The receivers. All the Bills receivers, man, where y'all at, man? I need y'all. So I'm putting you on the spot. I don't know if you got anything. What you got from milk carton?
Yeah, this is a bit of a cop out, but it's gonna make sense for a second. All right, cool. I'm not saying they were missing yesterday or Sunday, whenever that game took place. But when the Bills defense has had to go up against an offense that can throw the ball down the field, they've really struggled to, I guess, hamper that whatsoever. And I think of the Bengals game, I think Joe Burrow put up 350. I think of Trevor Lawrence putting up 315. I think about Jalen Hurts in that second half going up and down the field. And as we've seen over the past month or so, Jalen Hurts hasn't been able to throw the ball against anyone. But that second half, he surprisingly was able to do it against the Bills. This is a great opportunity for the Bills secondary or front four, however you want to call it, to make an impact against a passing attack that is obliterating everyone, but of course the 49ers, who they just can't get over that hump at all. But I think this is a prime example of a team that can push the ball down the field. Outside of CD, Brandon Cooks has been explosive down the field. Michael Gallup is recovered off that torn ACL from last year. Yep. Jake Ferguson is like one of the best young tight ends already. Like, I played him in fantasy last week, and of course I lost just because of him.
Of course you did.
Of course Jake Ferguson's fault. But regardless, I think this is an opportunity for a secondary when they've gone up against passing attacks that can go attack you vertically. They really haven't shown up to the task. Prime example to do so this Sunday against the Cowboys team who will do that ad nauseum.
I say I like where you went with this. And milk carton alert. This is off the cusp. But Dak Prescott has beaten every team in the NFL except for two teams. And one of those teams are the Buffalo Bills. So milk carton, where's your win at, Dak Prescott? Maybe I just jinxed the Bills just now. Well, where's your win at? Listen, I like the fact that the Bills play the Dallas Cowboys tough. That is the team I hate the most in the NFL. They are tied with the Patriots and the Jets. The Jets, boy, they become one of the teams that I dislike the most a lot. Sauce Gardner, all those boys out there. I mean, Breece Hall's the only one that can expunge from that because that's my guy. But the Dallas Cowboys, though, for years, they've been a problem for me because of memories. And my brother is a big Dallas Cowboys fan, so I have to hear him all the time. And right now he's on cloud 9 because he thinks his team is the shit. And I might even try to call him to see if he's got some shit to talk, but that's going to be a little later. But for me, I like, and it's not like a milk carton, but it's like Dak Prescott has not won against the Bills since he's been in the league, and he's been in the league, 7 to 8 years. So I like that stat. I'll take that stat, and it's wonderful. So Carl Jones, I mean, I don't have much more for you. I think you've been fantastic. You're always a fantastic guest. I got a super chat coming in. I got to get the super chat in from my guy James. Hold on, James. I got you, bro. And by the way, I got myself a new laptop. So my thing is not glitching anymore. Remember how I had you on ice for a minute? You're like, I don't know if I got to run the show by myself. I got a new laptop, so we ain't got no problems, man. So my man James says, yo, Rico, as a Canadian, you know we have 3-pack and a milli 3-pack of milli bags. Diggs, David, Miller are my 3 bags of milk. Golly, you're gonna put them all because so my man Carl doesn't understand. So Carl, in Canada, certain parts of Canada, we don't do jugs. You guys do jugs of milk or cartons of milk. We do bags of milk.
What?
Yeah. So if you come to Canada, most places it's you go and get yourself a bag of milk, and there's 3 sacks.
How you pouring out of a bag?
So you got a pot. You get yourself a pot. You put the bag in the pot. You clip the nip at the top, and you pour your milk. So no jugs. We don't do jugs. We do bags of milk. So
man, it's 2023, man. Y'all can leave them bags in the bags, man.
we are so used to that. It's just what it is. Now, ever since I moved to Nova Scotia, I'm in Nova Scotia. They do jugs here. They don't do the milks, and the jugs take so much damn room in the damn fridge, for crying out loud. A sack of milk, you just put it to the corner and it's a wrap. It's good. But for Canadians that know what's good, 3 bags of milk. So my man James Kicks, it was like, yo, man, my man James said, listen, 3 bags of milk. He's got Diggs, he's got David, and he's got Miller. That's it. That's what he's got on there. So I appreciate you, man. So Carl Jones, listen, let the people know what's going on. You and Thad, obviously, you guys do the film breakdown. I don't know if you guys have done it already or if you have or not. But what are your thoughts? And I you know what? I want to ask Thad if he's got an opportunity. I want to put him on the spot. Which question should I ask him? Like the milk carton? Or all eyes? I think milk carton would be good to see who he puts on the milk carton.
Go ahead. Hey, Thad. You about honorary one question right here.
I got one question. I know
he'll be over there in a second. He's typing something up.
Yeah. So anyway, so you guys, I know you guys do your film study. So I know that's coming up shortly. So we can talk about that in just a little bit.
Sure, Rico, what's up, man?
So Thad Brown, first of all, thank you for putting that footage out because you got everybody buzzing on your clip that you put up for Pat Mahomes going nuts. So kudos. But
thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Here's a question for you. I put my man Carl on the spot and I asked him milk carton alert. So usually I put somebody on the milk carton because they've gone missing. So it could be a player, it could be a thing that's missing, it could be a scheme, it could be something. What is missing right now that needs to come back to the Bills?
In general.
Pardon me?
Like it's something that we saw in September that's gone, or something that like
in general right now, as you look at the state of the Bills right now, it could be Von Miller. Von Miller has been missing. Where are you at? Or is it Diggs? Is it the receiving crew? Is it the lack of discipline? What stands out to you that's, you know what, that's on the mid-carton alert, that's missing. We need APB. We need that back.
To me, it's still the dependable second passing option. And we've been talking about it as a long time as a player. You know, like no one – we had so many games where Diggs would have 10 catches and no one else would have more than 2. And recently, you know, Dalton Kincaid has kind of, you know, developed a little bit to where he can be a guy that's going to get a lot of looks, a lot of targets, a lot of catches. But, you know, too many of Kincaid's catches to me are things where he's just taking what the defense gives him, where, you know, a lot of his routes you can run in your living room. He runs 4 yards and turns around in zone. And that's great. That's helpful. They can keep the sticks moving. But you're not dictating offense that way, you know. And I still go back to the Cole Beasley thing. You know, back when the Bills' offense was really, really humming, you know, Diggs would be that number one, that superstar. But you always had Beasley. Whenever he got isolated one-on-one, you know, Josh Allen could just drop back and wait for him to get open. The Bills could dictate. They could attack with him. And they still don't have that guy. And I, you know, just got done watching the film from this Chiefs game. There are too many offensive plays and pass plays where no one is open, where the Chiefs just dominated this team in terms of man coverage. I mean, they had a lot of snaps where they were just like, I'm going to put my guy and your guy's not going to win. And they didn't. And it's a lot of the reason why, you know, people will think, well, the pass protection was bad. It really wasn't that bad. Josh Allen's scrambling because he's got nothing in structure. Whatever they do in structure just isn't working. They don't have the guys to win one-on-one often enough. And to me, you know, that other thing that the Bills can do offensively beyond Diggs, and maybe you want to say it's the run game, that's fine. I think the run game has been efficient. But in the passing game, they still don't have that thing that they can do where, all right, you take Diggs away, we're going to do this. They don't have that right now.
So I think that Joe Brady's going to have to figure that out because, listen, Gilly Lock, Deron Bland, Micah Parsons, that is going to be problematic. So we'll see if they can figure out if Gabe Davis can wake up. Because all you said was Gabe Davis wasn't playing. That's what I heard. Gabe Davis needs to show up. You didn't say it, though, but I got it.
It's not going to be, you know what? I love it to be Gabe Davis, and you'd want it to be. I don't think he can be that guy. To be honest, if you want me to tell you guys who I think can be that guy, I'd put Kincaid and Shakir both ahead of Gabe. The problem with Shakir is Shakir needs to kind of work through a defense. He can't just beat a guy immediately. But you give him a minute to assess a coverage, Shakir will find space, and I think he does it better than Gabe does.
I like it. Well, appreciate your time, my man. And,
hey, no problem. Thanks for having me on
the spot. So you're not bad. You weren't warmed up, and you came in and you hit that. So I like that. Appreciate that.
Every once in a while, I make contact with the ball. Let me tell you.
I got
Thanks,
you. Man. Listen, he put something together there. He put something together. I called him out. He was like telling me all this number 2. Just say Gabe Davis, man. Just say Gabe Davis. I had to tell him. I got you, man. But I read between the lines. But listen, Carl, you're my dude, man. And I love that you're active on your Twitter, and I love it. And I was about to go post what you posted for the people, but I'm just gonna bring them to your Twitter page so you can see it. So what's next, man? What is next?
Yeah, Thad and I are about to go record another breakdown of what we think from the X's and O's point of view, all 22 from Sunday's game. We'll probably talk about next week a little bit as well as we usually do. But just some themes that we saw. I haven't finished all the offense yet, so don't hold me to what my thoughts are right now. But yeah, we'll tweet that out, post it, and it'll be hot and ready tonight. But you can really look at it in the morning. If
you have a chance, for me, that O-line, I'd love to see how that O-line was gelling, because like there was some really good reps from Spencer Brown all the way to Deion Dawkins. But then we had some moments where like, oh, come on, fam. Like the interior line was not looking so great. So if you can kind of, I mean, I know. I'll say this. Thad is much better with the O-line than I am, because you know me on the outside, I'm looking at all the pretty stuff. I will say this: they was up against Chris Jones, so that without even looking at the film, that boy's he's nasty, man. Yeah, Chris Jones is nasty for real. But I mean, listen, man, much love, appreciate you, and I listen. Last one for me, in a few words, your thoughts overall on the article that came out of my man Sean McDermott. Was that an eye roll there? I wasn't sure if that was an eye roll.
No, I'm looking at the camera trying to figure out what I want to
say. Or no comment.
Indifferent.
I like it. We'll leave it at that. Listen, man, ladies and gentlemen, man, Carl Jones always keeps it a buck every time. I see you yoked up. You put the chair back a little bit and you lean back a little bit. This boy's still yoked up, man. This guy's still putting work in the gym. I see that, bro. So I appreciate you, man. Always love, and we'll definitely catch you on the flip side, man.
Appreciate you. See you next week.
Sir. See you later, man. And that's my guy, Carl Jones, yoked up. That's how he does, man. For shits and giggles, man, I'm gonna try to call my brother, and I'm hoping he picks the phone, because he's a big Dallas fan, and he may have a lot of shit to talk. I mean, he's got a baby now, so he may not be available to really talk his shit. But I'm really curious to see if he'll answer the phone. That's listen, man. We've been going at it for a long time when it comes to Dallas and the Cowboys, and I want to see if he's going to be really true to it if he answers the phone. We will see. And him and I mean, you have brothers and sisters.
Yo.
Oh, Johnny. What's up, Johnny?
What's up, man?
Listen, are you working or are you at home?
I'm at home.
Perfect. Listen, I just want 2 minutes of your time, because I'm on my show right now, and
all right.
You know what time it is, right? You know what's happening next week.
Buddy, what's happening, man?
No. Listen, don't try to rush me.
Bro, what's happening?
Here's what's happening. Do you feel good about your Dallas Cowboys on the road?
Of course I feel good.
On the road against my Bills.
I feel great.
Oh, do you now?
No, listen. Are you on that sugar high that you just won that bullshit game that the ref gave you? Now you feeling good about yourself?
Was it bullshit?
You know how you always, if it was the other way around, how you'd be talking, hey, pure luck, da da da. There's no way for you to be talking shit right now.
There's no talking shit. I'm asking if you feel confident.
Of course I feel great, man. I just beat the freaking bricks out of the Phillies. Of course I feel great.
Okay, first of all, let's
calm. Philly beat you.
Let's calm the fuck down, first of all, because we would have.
No, you calm the hell down. You won by the skin of your teeth, and then now you come and talking trash to a supreme team, man. Get out of here.
Listen, number one, the 49ers beat the brakes off Philly. So and then we put 30 plus points on Philly. Are we supposed to praise you for beating Philly?
No, hold on. You put 30 points on Philly. Did you win?
You're going to go there?
No. Did you win? That's the question.
Who cares if I didn't win? The point is, we softened the Eagles up for you.
Whoa. It's about winning and losses. What do you mean? Who cares?
You're right.
Especially when you need it.
Okay.
For you.
It's about wins and losses. Listen, shut up for a second. It's about wins and losses. You're right. But we softened them up for your ass. We softened them up.
Don't matter. We beat the bricks out of them.
Anyway, forget about that. Why do you feel confident? You going into?
I feel confident how my QB is playing for the first time. I feel great about Mr. Dak. And defensively, I don't feel great because we kind of soft. We let Seattle put up some points. So, of course, your Bills going to put up some points, but our offense is going to become our defense. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a shootout, and I feel great about my luck.
So you like stats. I know you're a stats guy because you don't like to you every time I try to use some stuff and you try to but where'd you get those stats? Where'd you get those stats?
No, I look at every details, bro.
Perfect.
It's not just about stats.
So here are the details for your black ass. All right, you know your beloved Cowboys on the road. They're not great. They're not great on the road. They're 3-3 on the road, and they're scoring 23 points a game on the road.
And what's the record?
You're 3-3 on the road.
No,
that's what you need to know. You're going on the road.
No. What is our record?
Who gives a fuck what your record is?
Of course. What's your record?
It doesn't matter at this point. We're going against the Cowboys right now.
No, bro. What is your record?
Listen, let me just give some stats to you.
I asked you a question. What is your record?
We're 7-6 right now.
Exactly, and you're out of the playoffs, right?
Well, technically,
no. You out of the playoffs, right?
I mean, we're not out of the playoffs because the season's still going.
You in the hot. You
I'm
right
in the
now.
hot.
You
so
out,
no, we're not out of the playoffs.
Right now, you're outside looking in, right?
Sure, we'll call it that.
Okay, no. There's no we call it that. That's fact.
Okay,
you're
fine.
outside looking in.
Okay.
Because Cincinnati beat your ass, and they have a better record than you. So if it's like a head-to-head, they're going in before you.
Correct.
Right? Okay. So right now you outside looking in. And what is our record? We're 11-3. So we lost 3 games on the road. Big freaking deal. We're also 11-3.
But here's the thing. That is the deal. Because you lost your games on the road. Where the fuck do you think you're going? On the road.
But
to
right now, I'm feeling good about Dak's chance. He's playing great. Our offense is what's the word here?
Listen, don't try to look for words. Don't try to look for words of trying to comfort yourself. I like the fact that you feel comfortable.
Listen, I don't need to comfort myself because even if I lose this game against you, we're making the playoffs.
That's fine.
You need this more than we do.
Oh, we definitely do. There's no question about it.
So you shut the hell up. I'm in the driver's seat. All right? I'm in the driver's seat.
Bro, anyway, I just want to see how confident you were. You seem like you're very confident. You feel good that you beat.
I feel great.
You feel great that you beat the Seahawks? Geno Smith?
No. I feel great. I feel great about our chance of beating your ass.
Wow. Do you have a score prediction yet, or is it too soon?
I'll give you one the end of the week.
Okay, fine. And Josh Allen's just gonna let y'all just walk in and just handle business, right?
What?
Josh Allen's gonna let Dak Prescott walk into Buffalo and handle business? Is that what you think is gonna happen?
No. What's gonna happen? Well, let me tell you what's gonna happen. Okay. What's gonna happen? We're gonna put up some points.
What?
And
7?
No. We're gonna put up some points. And Mr. Josh Allen, once he's fallen behind. And he's going to feel freaking like he's got to do everything himself. And he's going to make some mistakes. Going to throw some picks. So I predict, okay, let me give you a prediction. I predict we're going to have 2 picks. At least 2 picks for this game.
I can guarantee you one.
What's that?
I can guarantee you one because right now he's on a 9-game streak. So you can have one. I'll give you one.
No. I guarantee you that we're going to have 2 picks at least for this game.
Okay.
That's the only prediction I'm going to give you.
All right.
And at the end of the week, I'm gonna give you the score.
Okay, cool.
And then after that,
yeah,
when we whooped your ass, when you're doing your post show,
yeah,
you're gonna call me. Okay, you're gonna call my ass and congratulate me. All right, punk ass.
But here's the thing.
That's what you're gonna do.
Here's the thing.
And let you freaking little Bill delusional fans know what's really up, man.
That's fine.
Because I know you guys, man.
So keep that same fucking energy.
I always do, bro.
Listen, shut up for a second. Just shut up. I let you talk.
No.
Let me talk now.
I always do.
No, shut up for a second.
Go ahead. Say your nonsense.
When you see my number on your phone, don't you ignore it. Oh, I had the baby. The baby's crying. I don't want to hear bullshit. You pick up your phone and you say, "Yes, daddy." That's what you're gonna do.
Okay, buddy. You freaking you homo.
That's exactly what I want to hear you say. I don't want to hear hello. I don't want to hear, hey, shut up, guy. I want to hear, yes, daddy. That's what I want to hear from your punk ass when you whoop your ass.
Okay, buddy. So your wife don't call you that. You want me to call you that? Eh?
I'm gonna have you both call me daddy. I'm gonna have my kids call me daddy.
Your wife don't be calling you daddy.
You gonna call me daddy, and my wife's gonna call me daddy.
Don't be calling you daddy. You punk ass.
Anyway, listen.
You wish.
Last but not least, how did you feel? Like, forget about the toe on the line. Were we the better team against the Chiefs? Because I personally think we were the better team that night against the Chiefs.
Well, I think it's a tale of two tips. I don't know. I think that's to say. First half, you had it. Second half, they had it. Because first half, you were winning, 14-0, right?
Yeah,
we were
14 up. Yep.
Yeah. The second half, they came up. So it was a 50-50 game. Listen, you against the Chiefs, man, it's always a nail biter.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's always a nail biter. So I think you guys match up pretty good. And it could always go either way. Just like I had told you a couple years back for the playoffs. So it's a 50-50 game, man. So
the last time the Bills played the Dallas Cowboys, what was I can't remember what the score was. Do you remember what it was?
No, what I know right now
is we
11-3. No. What I know right now is see, that's the thing about you guys, man. Always living in the past. Always living in the past. No. You Bills, listen, man. You Bills idiot, always living in the freaking past. Oh, we made the playoffs. Last year you made the playoffs. Oh, now we're gonna make it the Super Bowl.
The Cowboys are the epitome of living in the past because all you guys have done was won in the 90s. Y'all. That's all you guys revert back to.
And you know
90s.
What? And what have you done?
What you mean, what have I done?
Listen. At least we can go to a memory bank and relive that we won the Super Bowl. What have you done? You go to a memory bank, it's sorrows, bro.
Well, I mean, the last
you lost 4 straight times.
Well, listen, the memory bank for me is the last time the Bills played.
4 straight times. You ain't got no memory bank.
That's my memory bank.
You got nightmare bank. Nightmares. All right?
Anyway, Jackass, I got to go because I got to go to work. I just want to call you. So I'm telling you, better pick up your fucking phone when I call you.
I will.
All right, man. Peace.
Bye.
Let me tell you something. That banter, like you just got a glimmer of it. We go through the gauntlet of all the games, and I didn't even bring up this fantasy team. His fantasy team blows right now. And if I brought it up, he would have been, just next year. But anyway, if you guys appreciated that type of banter, because I always tell him, just if you come on my show for like 15 minutes and we can just do, and this is natural. This is not like stage and this is how we talk. This is naturally how we talk. My wife she hates it. She's like, can you guys go in another room? Because you guys, your octaves go up like 50 million. Because you guys get super fucking loud. It's just what it is, man. It's love, and when you got brotherly love, that's what it is, man. He's what 6 years older than me, and if I've told you guys a story before, the Bills and the first matchup between the Bills and the Cowboys in the Super Bowl, and we didn't watch football then. I was into soccer, a young kid, and the way it split was like, which team do you want to pick, and then that'll be our team. I was like, give me the red, white, and blue one with the Bills. I like that. I'm gonna rock with that team. And sure enough, you guys know what it is. I was a flip of a coin from him being a Dallas Cowboys fan. Could you imagine me as a freaking Dallas fan? Ugh. No fucking way. And this idiot as a Bills fan, you guys would hate this guy. Actually, you guys would love him because he'd make every freaking excuse for your squad. But anyway, back to our regular scheduled program. What time is it? I got time to rock with y'all because I got to go take the garbage out and all that stuff. I got to do husband shit. But and let's wrap this up in a bow a little bit, right? This team is destined for great things, and it has been destined for great things. It's just that we do these things to ourselves that put us in holes, and now we're having to work twice as hard and dig us out of these disgusting holes that we put ourselves into. So we have an opportunity to host the Dallas Cowboys, smack that ass up, send them packing, and you guys already know what it is. We don't need it to be sexy. We just need it. You know what I'm saying? We need someone to make a stand. And if we can get this dub, we're in the money. Now, I got one more thing to show y'all before I get out of here, right? So a lot of folks have been wondering, like, but where are we at when it comes to, like, the Bills' chances to make the playoffs? Like, what are we doing? And I haven't dabbled too much into this. I know my man Z-Bot is freaking, he's king when it comes to getting into these into the, the simulators and so on and so forth. So let me just make sure that I move my picture to the bottom here so you guys can see full screen. I hope you guys can see that from here. So when you're looking at the chances right now, as of right now, we're at a 49% chance of making the playoffs. Dude, we went from, I remember seeing it as low as 12%. 12% of trying to win this thing. So if the Bills win against the Cowboys, which I'm going to put up, we're at a 66% chance. And I really do believe that we can beat the Cowboys, and we will beat the Cowboys. But if we're going to, let's just play a game. Let's play a game. Let's just say we lose to the Cowboys, knowing that the Dolphins lost to the Titans yesterday, right? I want to put it that way. Let's try to be, let's say the Dallas Cowboys are really, truly the best team in the NFL, right? But this is about making the playoffs at this point. And let's just say they're pretty much they're Super Bowl champs. They're going to win the whole thing. We lose to the Cowboys. Now we drop to 25%. So you know exactly what has to happen. We got to win out. Now we go up against the Chargers. We lose against the Chargers with no Justin Herbert. Shame on us. Shame on us. One more time. Shame on us. So the Bills win this one. It doesn't jump us up. We go from 25% to 35%. Then we go against the freaking Patriots. We should be able to handle the Patriots without a shadow of a doubt. That brings us to 36%. Not a whole lot's done. But we beat the Dolphins week 18, 82%, 83% chance. And that's just based on what we do. That's based on what we do. And I've never used this app before. So I'm looking at, so this is just for the week. So hold on. This is Chargers. That's the 4 games that we got to play. So week 15, it even gives you the chance of what we do week 15. My goodness, I've never done this one before. So let's just play a game. So right now, based on what we do, if we lose to the Dallas Cowboys, that's what we're looking at 83% right now. Let me go back to the chat and see what y'all are saying right now, because I don't want to miss anything in the chat right now. So here's where we are right now, folks. We're at an 83% chance if we take care of our business ourselves, right? Dak is great. He's been playing well, and I'm loving to see, you know what I'm saying, Dak, because he gets shit all the time. This brother gets shit no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he did a commercial the other day talking about how people talk shit about him, and it was a shit commercial. It was actually about what? Was it diapers or something like that? I don't know. That kind of goes to tell you, you know what I'm saying, this guy's just embracing it. So we're going to see how that injury report goes. Tyrone Smith is, what did somebody say? Unless Tyrone Smith goes down, Dallas winning the Super Bowl. I mean, damn. Listen, they're good, man. Don't get me wrong. The Dallas Cowboys, they are deserving of how they're playing right now. They're deserving of how they're playing right now. So let me go back to this thing here. So here we go. Week 15. Chargers at Raiders. I mean, I would assume the Chargers should take down the Raiders because I like what the Raiders are doing right now. I mean, they took the Vikings toe-to-toe, which is a pretty solid team with Justin Jefferson. And it was only a 3-0 game, or freaking won by a field goal, right? Vikings, Bengals. I'm gonna say give me the Bengals, man. Jake Browning is playing really well. He's been a very good replacement for Joe Burrow. Give me you know what? I say the Browns, but Joe Flacco, man, this guy came in and did thing, man. Yo, I'm gonna give it to the Browns, man. I'm gonna give it to the Browns. Broncos, Lions. The Lions, man, I have Jared Goff as my freaking fantasy quarterback. He is killing me to the point that I went ahead and grabbed Mr. freaking Russell Wilson as my backup quarterback. And I'm thinking of maybe starting him, because now these guys, they have momentum and they're rolling. Sean Payton's got these boys playing. I don't know what I'm going to do with this Broncos-Lions game. And based on momentum and what Jared Goff has been doing, he's been pissing me off. I'm taking the Broncos, right? Steelers are just, they're not good, man. They're not good. And this one is a tough one. Steelers and Colts. This is where I got to go to the chat. Which one y'all like, man? Steelers or Colts in this one? Because that right there is a tough one. And check it out. Look at the percentage. Look at the percentages. I'm going to have to fly through these really quickly. But look at this, man. We're at 73% chance, and I'm only through like 4 games. Who do you guys like, Colts or Steelers? I don't even know. I mean, I like Coach Tomlin. Tomlin's that dude. But right now, the Colts are rolling right now, man. The Colts are doing pretty decent. So let's just say the Colts take this one against the Steelers, right? Our chances stay at 73% chance based on what we win out after losing to the Dallas Cowboys. Falcons and Panthers, give me the Falcons right now, because the Panthers are just they're not good right now. Packers and Buccaneers, That doesn't affect us whatsoever. Titans right now are rolling right now, but I think CJ in a division game, I think he comes back and they do it, but they don't have Tank Dell. They don't have Tank Dell. And Nico Collins, I think, is hurt. So, and right now, Titans are pretty good right now, and maybe they're feeling really good, and they're at home. So give me the Titans over the Texans. I think the Texans take another loss, man. Give me the Titans over the Texans. Give me the Jets. I'm taking Jets over Dolphins. I don't give a shit what anybody tells me. That defense and the way Zach Wilson's playing right now, Zach Wilson said, what are you going to do, bench me? Whatever, man, let's roll. So my man had 300 yards passing last night or on Sunday. So, and the Dolphins right now, looking like frauds, bro. And listen, Colin Cowherd said it himself. He says, yo, these guys are like the spray tan of the NFL. It looks good when it starts, and then it fades away. I had a friend of mine. I'm not going to give her a name, but she did a spray tan. I think she fell asleep in the spray tan, and she drooled a little bit, and that thing held on. That spray tan was like with the drool mark. So right now, these Dolphins right now got a spray tan, and that boot mark from the Bills still is on your face right now. That boot mark's still there. So you can look good all over the place, but that boot mark that we left on you in week 3 or week 4 is still there. And we're about to apply more pressure on your face come week 18. But we got to win out and do what we got to do. So give me the Jets over the Dolphins. Give me the Saints. I mean, I like the Giants, man. I like what Daboll's doing, man. Daboll's O-line's doing well right now. I mean, this game doesn't really matter. So Commanders at Rams, who gives a damn? 49ers with Cardinals, you know that's going to happen. Cowboys, I said the Cowboys are going to beat the Bills. They can have that. Eagles, Seahawks, who gives a damn? Let's just say Eagles bounce back. Ravens, Jaguars. I think the Ravens take the Jaguars, which we need, which would be nice. Chiefs, Patriots, they're going to be pissed off. They're going to take down the Patriots. We already know what time it is. So let's go to week 16. Let me just try to fly through these, right? Saints and Rams. Give me the Rams over the Saints. I don't think their quarterback play is very good right now. Steelers, Bengals. Give me the Bengals over the Steelers. Give me the Bills over the Chargers. Give me the Colts over the Falcons. There's no difference in that one. Give me the Seahawks over the Titans. No difference. Lions, who cares? I'll say the Vikings over. So Jets, Commanders. It really makes no difference. Panthers, Packers, who cares? Texans, Browns. It really don't make a difference. Let's go. Let's say with the Browns win this one, right? Jaguars, Bucks, give me the Jags. Give me Cardinals, who cares? So Cowboys already in at this point over the Dolphins. So this one's big. Cowboys are taking the Dolphins. By week, look at this. This is by week 16. We can already be in the playoffs at this point. Based on picks that not too crazy. I didn't make any crazy picks. So in 2 weeks' time, maybe we're in the playoffs. Yo, we got to handle business. We got to handle business, folks. We got to handle business. We helped ourselves. We helped ourselves with beating the Chiefs. And the Dolphins' collapse yesterday was tremendous. In 2 weeks' time, we're already playoff bound. And that's by week 16. So now it's about seeding at this point. I'm not going to see. I don't know the seeding. That's a whole nother ballgame. I'll have to do that on another show. That's a whole nother seeding now. And I mean, let's F around with it. Week 17, because you still got to play. You got to Herm Edwards. You got to play to win the game, right? So I'll say, let's just say the Browns take the Jets, the Cowboys take the Lions, the Bills take the Patriots, the Bears, who cares? Colts, Raiders, let's say the Colts take the Raiders, the Giants, who cares? Eagles, who cares? Buccaneers, Saints, who cares? Commanders, so a lot of the AFC and NFC, Jaguars, Panthers, let's say the Jaguars take it. Ravens, Dolphins, I'm taking the Ravens over the Dolphins. There's no question about it. Yo, the Ravens, fam. Could the Ravens, let's just say, all right, let's pick all these games. So Texans win, Seahawks, Broncos. I'm about to mess things up for you right now, right? Let's check this out. Bengals, Chiefs. Let's say the Chiefs win this one. Vikings, Packers. All right, we're week 18. Let's just say, ooh, and there it is. I just wanted to see something. So I don't got to say anything else. You guys just saw what just happened, right? Y'all just saw what just happened? All those things that I put in there, It don't matter. We have to win week 17. We have to win week 7. It's a must win. And this is me choosing the loss against the Dallas Cowboys. That's me choosing the loss against the Dallas Cowboys. Woo-wee. Folks, this is how it's supposed to play out, isn't it? Have us all sweating and panting. What are the Bills going to do? One game at a time. We just got to win out, bro. We got to win out. That's it. We just have to win out. Win all your games. And that's if we lose to the Cowboys. If we win against the Cowboys, yo, we're in for sure. We're in for sure, man. Bro, let's go, man. Let's go, man. Stop playing games, man. Josh Allen, yo, put the team on your back, son. Put the team on your back. We still in this bitch. Let's go, man. Man, fuck them Dolphins, man. You got me hyped up right now in my basement. Wife's going to be like, yo, shut the fuck up. You're going to wake up my son, and you going to put his ass to bed. I got to go to work and put the garbage out. I don't care. She's going to turn into a warden. Anyway, let me calm my black ass down. So, folks, if you guys enjoyed this show, do me a favor. Smash that like while we're here. Hit that smash like. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get this thing popping right now. I think we're like 26,300. Let's get up to 26.5. Can we do that? Can we get up to 26.5? And if you guys appreciated that little back and forth that I had with my brother, smash that like for that. Let me see if I can try to get let me see if I can get Kevin on the line. I got a little more time. I guess. Oh, damn it. I'm cutting time right now. Let me see if I can get Kevin on the line. You guys remember my man Kevin, Papa Pet Kev? Maybe Kev will pick up the phone. Maybe he won't. You know how he is. Sometimes he's very just subtle. Hey, buddy. Hey, do you have me on your show right now? Yeah, I figured. So maybe he doesn't. I'm just gonna do a wellness check on him.
What's up?
Hey, Kev. What's up, buddy?
Not much.
Hey, listen.
Are you doing your show right now?
I am doing my show right now. Listen, I won't keep you long.
I got some guy from a team that's barely over 500, 2 games back, calling me up to do what, a wellness check? Is that what you call it?
I'm doing a wellness check, bro. Listen.
Well, if anyone's going to console me, it's a Bills fan. You guys know all about losing the crap teams this year. So
that's facts. Listen, by the way, the chat says hello. They miss you. They haven't seen you in a long time. So the chat's saying what's up.
Before the game yesterday, actually get Pierre to show you. I was like, I have a bad feeling about today. The Bills are gonna win out, and they're gonna win the division. And I had a nightmare that you guys are gonna lose in the Super Bowl to the 49ers.
That's what you envisioned?
Yeah, that's what the Dolphins do, right? It's December, time to melt. So I'm just like, oh.
Listen, I have to say this though. That was a tough thing to watch. I was like in the car on my way to work, and I'm listening to this. I'm like, dude, this Dolphins are gonna take it. They just went up like a score. I'm like, oh, it's over with. I just left it. Came back. I was like, there's no effing way. What the hell happened? Epic collapse. Then I see Z-Bot going live. I was like, whoa, something went down. And then here it is. Pain. You're feeling pain. Oh, but here's the thing though. You still have, I'm going to do what you do to me all the time. Buddy, you're going to win the division. And you're going to win your first playoff game. So it's
so here's the thing. Because you guys, once again, the Bills get lucky. You have a bunch of bums coming up. You got
bums.
Dallas,
yes, they are.
But then you got the New England Patriots, who currently have the 2nd overall pick. They're trash. I mean, I know they've managed to beat one good team this year, but we won't say who. But anyways, you should crush them. They're a terrible.
We need to repay the visit. Yep.
And you telling me you can't defeat Easton Stick and the San Diego or whatever the LA Chargers? So you got 2 automatic wins in the next 4. You've got 2 automatic wins. Whereas I'll be lucky to win 1 game.
Against who?
The Jets next week. So we get the Jets at home. Then we play against Dallas, at Baltimore, and then you guys. So we're going at best 1-3. It's over. It's over for us.
Over as in not making the playoffs?
We might. Well, we'll probably make it. I don't know. It depends. We have pretty good with the tiebreakers. If 10 wins gets you in, that's it. We needed to win last night so that we had 11 wins.
True.
And then we get in the playoffs, and it'd probably be maybe too much for you guys to overcome the gap because it was 3 games, right? We beat the Jets next week. We'd still be up 3 games with 3 to go. So it looked good. But now, oof.
I'll tell you, buddy.
And now in Miami, like I know Bill's like a whine about injuries because he lost like 2 good guys, or 3 good guys. Like Milano's all pro, you know, I get it.
Yeah.
Quan Jones. We're down 4 of the 5 O-line.
Yo, you lost your center today.
He's out for the year.
Ouch.
Armstead will come back at some point for 6 plays and then get hurt again. Kendall Lamb, left guard's out for the year.
Kevin, I'm not going to let you do this. I'm not going to let you do this, Kevin. I'm not going to let you do this. You're going to try to talk your team down. I'm not going to let you do this. I want you to prop your team up.
Hunt's going to go on IR because he tore his hammy, so that he probably won't be back to the playoffs. So they're going to put him out. So, and now Connor Williams out for the year. Jalen Phillips is out for the year. Jerome Baker's out for the year. It's over. It's over.
Do you think? But you'll probably win against the Jets. You think?
We should.
No, you won't. You're gonna get slapped by the Jets.
And it is at home, right?
The Jets are gonna whoop your ass. I don't feel good about that game for you guys.
Well, we crushed them the last time in New York.
I know, but I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't
what
know.
we did because we could run the ball. If none of the linemen are playing, I don't know how we're gonna run the ball.
Truthfully, I will say this. These last 4 games, I mean, this is jokes aside, this is going to be nasty because the Dolphins could easily win their games and win out, and that's just the way it's supposed to be, or they could really just lose everything.
I'm telling you now, we're going to go 1-3. They'll put us at 10-7. You guys are going to go minimum 4-1. Sorry, 3-1.
Yeah.
But I'm predicting because there's 2 automatic wins. If you lose the Easton stick, then you deserve what you get.
100%. 100%.
And there's no way you're going to get swept by the Patriots. They're so bad. I don't know how
that happened.
Beat you last time. I don't know how they beat you.
We don't know either. We're still wondering what the hell happened. We're still wondering. By the way, I got to get going though. But did you hear what Colin Cowherd had to say about you guys looking like a spray tan?
Well, I can imagine. Everything we got, we deserve. Because we played a miserable team and we were running the ball for 6 yards a carry at one point in the game. And every time we got inside the 20, McDaniel wanted to throw fade passes to Tyreek Hill, to the 5'2" receiver. It's just everything we get, we deserve. I'm telling you now, you guys are going to run the table, go to the Super Bowl.
Stop. I hate it. Don't do this to me, Kevin. Every time you do this, things don't work out. So let's just leave it the way it is.
Lose to the 49ers in the Super Bowl. That's what I think. Because I think the 49ers are the best team in the league.
They're damn
good.
The
Chiefs are poor. You guys always beat the Ravens. You guys always beat us. And there's no other good team in the AFC. I mean, you got the Chiefs. That's it. If you can get by them in the playoffs, other than that, who? You always beat the Ravens. We're not even going to put up a fight. It's going to be pathetic. So you're going to march there, and then 49ers are really good, and they can run the ball really well, which you guys aren't that great at stopping it.
Yeah.
So, that kind of attack. So I feel like that's just a bad matchup for you. But if you guys get the Eagles, I think you can beat the Eagles. So if I were you guys, when you're watching the NFC, just anyone but the 49ers.
Well, Kev, I appreciate you, bro. You didn't have to pick up, but I knew when you saw that number, you're like, oh, here we go. He's about to talk shit.
The wellness check or whatever.
The wellness check for real, man. But anyway, I got to get my...
First I'm like, is something wrong? And then you're like, hey, how are you? And I was like, oh, man, that's me.
You know what? I miss our side-by-side shows together, our banter every Friday night. Those are good times, man. But anyway, Kev, I got to get back. I got to get to go get myself ready, get to work. I appreciate you, bro. We'll definitely talk soon. Week 18. Woo! Yeah. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a big one, man.
All right, buddy.
All right, buddy. Take care. All right, folks. I didn't think it was going to go that long for a phone call, but I loved it. That's good content. And it gave us some good laughs in the chat. So listen, Kevin's on suicide watch. No, he ain't on suicide watch. No, he's in good position. His team is winning. They got a winning record, man. They thought they had it. They're doing all that bullshit in the end zone, doing all this wheel. I mean, they're putting their hand down, thinking of the roller coaster. Oh, you're about to be in a roller coaster, my guy. You're about to be in a roller coaster because these next 4 games are gonna make you all over the shit. They're gonna be, yo, where's my bag? I need to throw up. That's how bad it's gonna be. But anyway, that being said, I get out of here. Hold on. Who the fuck is MG? Dallas winning this game. MG. If I had more time on my hands, I would give you my phone number right now and say, call me. Let's talk about it on screen. But I ain't got no time for that. But MG, you've been getting at people in the chat. Don't let MG get to you. But I will put this out. MG. I don't know who you are. You're probably a Dallas fan, which I love. I don't mind it. Or you're probably a Dallas. I don't even know. You're probably a Finns fan. Who knows? But do me a favor. Smash that like and subscribe to the channel so you know what's up. And MG, my brother, if the Bills beat the Cowboys, you better show up in the chat, my G. Show up in the chat because I'm not going to have to get you. The chat will get your ass. The chat will get your ass. But anyway, yo, I got to get out of here, folks. So do me a favor. If you guys have not subscribed to all our channels and all our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, if you have not followed me on Twitter, Rico_BF_, do that. If you haven't followed on Bleacher Report, your boy is on Bleacher Report doing this thing. I just had a stream just the other day. Go back and watch the stream and let me know how y'all feel about it. And I'm back at it again on the 26th, 28th, the 18th. I'm back at it again the 18th. So we'll do that again. So that being said, enjoy the rest of your evening. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go do my husband duties before I get to work. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side. So Bills, Cowboys, Sunday afternoon is going to be a good one. It's going to be a fun one. We just have to win out and we in these playoffs. And I'm telling you, nobody's going to want to see these Bills. It's a Buffalo state of mind every day. Let's go, man. Enjoy the rest of your evening. It's the Rico Report. It's the Buffalo Fanatics. We are very close to being playoff bound. Win out and we there. Until next time, it's your boy, and I'm gone. Let's go.